so. For Menokase Sian ye call London because there's a breaking news about Otumfuo Tutu and also King Charles. Obekai said a year ago, ye bremo update say King Charles or other say some artifacts our former colonial masters, the United Kingdom and as the Great Britain, Brombe colonize no nimi bia na ye the artifacts me patches say ya senso die ye na nano mama gudie almost two senior maniema sanya many na British for colonize no after the Great War ya Asanteman wo mu defeat the Ashanti Kingdom no omu de sanya mani bebre omu sisi sanya mani bebre omu de koye na bra omu de call London no years after Ghana again independence no and it say they refused to bring it back and omo edise omo ye museum into London Museum and you display artifacts on to kwa ni akazo we if you Ashanti Kingdom we the great Ashanti King ne de na ehye ni Asanteman ya Asanteman na tade ni ne helmet ni the golden stool eni eno ena aye King Charles aye Queen Elizabeth onya ni baby call ya King Charles eba ye ena aye Otumfuo situation so na King Charles omo na for no petition say ebe yanka niema no mo sisi na aye the Ashanti Kingdom for no obo fambra. There were also talks of repatriation. Say, a kwan mu fa so sizi niema ye go ni ade ade no ebe yanka no ya boka ahwe niema nti anka mo mayiska. But that is a topic for another day. But me no kasi the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC on the information about say indeed no this has materialized, because if you look at what is on the screens, Ghana's Asante Kingdom welcomes return of artifacts from the UK and South Africa. So clearly, you could see here in the shot you have the golden stool and certain artifacts. British forces or more good niema necessary monobansin yama I could be UK currently they have been they'll be returning all of these artifacts into a London Museum, be a South Africa Museum. They are bringing all. But let's read this on the screen. Or say Ghana's King Asante Kingdom or Ghana's Asante Kingdom has welcomed the return of 130 gold and bronze artifacts from the UK and South Africa, some of which were looted during colonial times and others bought on the open market. The items included royal regalia, drums, and ceremonial weights dating back to the 1870s. Okay, dating back to the 1870s, and reveal the cultural role gold played in the Asante society. Example said this time around, niema so make a regalia, a sense of niema na yena nanom omudigu omu agudie no. British for no ye no muko mu wi asa niema ni nyina. In fact, British for kwa use BBC use the word looted ne just mu wi aye. Oba say the wi ano so no eno so no yiraye emekopie market so na bi mo ton no ma tonton opa say niema nyina no eko end up e wo museum. And no sisia no the royal family together with South Africa London UK no almost to return all of these things, but Sanyama we no it plays a huge cultural significance in the Asante culture. Or say 25 of the pieces were donated by the British art historian Herman Waterfield and the rest of the South African mining company Govt Ashanti. Handing over the pieces at the ceremony at the Manhyia Palace in the city of Kumasi, officials from Govt Ashanti said the gesture was made as an act of cultural respect and reconciliation. In Japan, said one omudi British nima omode sa regalia ni artifacts ne ba a historian bia your friend Herman Waterfield or no, and also South African mining company from Govt Ashanti no omo so and omode South Africa for the no so artifact we no omode South Africa for the no so buy na say there has been tensions in the central Ashanti region between Govt Ashanti and residents who have accused the company of exploiting mining resources without doing much to develop the area to create jobs. In Japan says there's been issues air coso. Artists issues air coso no. Govt Ashanti no. You say omoni timemufo air con. And timemufo bi ebu efu say one mining gold and mining nansu Kumasi intimi nyesa akrada. Inti si ane de omo try so maybe be ebo Ashanti. The first thing is say ye de niema ye wie fi mo nana ho no ye de bebrem. Osei Ashanti Kingdom, or Ashanti King Otumfuo Osei Tutu II thanked the Anglo-Good Ashanti for voluntarily returning the artifacts legitimately acquired on open market. It reflected goodwill and respect for the source and legacy of the Asante Kingdom, the monarch said. Intino Asante Kingdom, or Mohene Otumfuo Osei Tutu Airpatch said, or the Anglo-Good Ashanti Ase. Now, Anglo-Good Ashanti, yes, you are more no fa debi. Nyama no sa artifact ni ade omuya and ebi kopie South Africa mebi mo tonton ye ma museum into ma koto ne back and omde abre Otumfuo Otumfuo say to elder omwa ase na yen to aso ha. Also, the reception took place on Sunday according to statement released after the event from the palace. Ms. Waterfield was a pioneering figure and creator of Christie's Auction House in London and took a special interest in African art, establishing a department that focused on tribal art in the 1970s. She has long been a supporter of the West African art restitution. According to the Manhyia Palace Museum Director Ivor Ajimandua, Miss Waterfield's gifts included a wooden drum looted during the 1900s siege of Kumasi by the British colonial forces. British soldiers were involved in a series of conflicts in the 19th century in what they called the Anglo-Asante Wars. The palace of the kings or Asantehene was plundered twice. And Japan said way back in the 1900s, you know, as Asantefoɔ British from kokon ya to say British from idi Asantefoɔ no so kunim 2 times. As omukwa anwa ko wia omabura to Tutu aye de ombe ya. Ni nyina no omukwa yomu wini sa nyema ni nyina no omofa nyema na enwo se omofa. Yes so etwaso a. Osei the call by African countries for the return of looted items has been met with some success in recent years, though some items are on a loan. Last year, 32 looted artifacts went on display at the Manhyia Palace Museum as part of a 3-year loan agreement between the British Museums and the British Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum, and the British Museum and Asante King. In 2022, Germany was the first country to return the Benin bronzes to Nigeria in a bid to deal its dark colonial history. They were looted by British troops in 1897 from the West African Kingdom of Benin in modern-day Nigeria's Edo State, and many were auctioned off in London and are in collections all over the world. All over the world, no, there is always there's the edge, and they say at the end of the day, no. Niema yewie nyina no sisi ano ye former colonial masters, be a German for, be a Portuguese, be a British for, be a France. Omu nyina no niema no mo wie an sisi ano it is a master to say omo de ba na de akopie because ebi mo atonton in auction nti de akopie a mindful for us no. What is really happening is so simple. They are doing their best send be at the end of the day no de akopie auction no they can be able to buy it and also bring it back to the country, the country of origin. So that is exactly what is really going on at the end of the day. No, you could see, say, these are things are so because okono enye nenko nyamandi bibria scatter so mo kan bibria scatter all over the world. You could see, say, enye one day job and I just say omodi benya di ombenya. So that is exactly what is really going on now. It is you could see that there are issues and there are lots of things are air course. So it therefore me no can say you know Otumfuo say to akopie a year Barbados. It is also on a 3-day visit. Now me no can say there's a video involved ye kwa share of a Otumfuo say to the visitor okopie mo ewa Barbados at the end of the day, you know. Amount for party say, you know, this show say Otumfuo say to he really means business. What am I saying? And because this whole thing is shipped, so at the end of the day, you know, Africa as a whole, no, we can actually have more networks, and also Asante Kingdom, no, they can have more networks and other things such as Oshimiya, the video involved of a bra Otumfuo 82 or storming Barbados off the plane Oshia, a lot of dignitaries including Woody Maya.